Jeremy back here for another segment of Bar is Tasty. We've already done a couple of these filmed back to back, so we're kind of feeling good, rocking out a little bit.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Apparently so are the neighbors. You might hear some drums going on. They must have been drinking along.
Or is that just in our heads?
I don't know. So anyway, I'm Jeremy, and this is Jesse.
Hello. So, we are going to do a chilled shot. It's going to be called the Washington Apple. We're filming in Washington. Seemed appropriate. The concept behind a chilled shot is it's something cold to drink.
Maybe nice and refreshing on a hot summer day.
A little
like we're
bit
coming
more
up on.
refreshing. Chilled shots are not usually thick or straight booze or whatever. They're usually a tastier shot.
And you told me earlier that they're frequently served in a larger glass because they're bigger than a usual shot.
Yes, you're going for about 2 to 2.5 ounces typically on a chilled shot. They're made with a shaker though, so it's not an exact science. For bartenders that free pour, which means they don't pour off the gun, you're just kind of eyeballing it or counting it off. And so usually if you have made extra, you'll just continue to top off the glasses till it's done. Buying a chilled shot at a bar is probably the safest bet to get a lot of booze in your drink.
Yeah, good bargain.
It is. It typically becomes a good bargain. Tip well also because they just get bigger.
So what's in a Washington Apple?
Washington Apple features whiskey, sour apple pucker, and cranberry juice.
This looks like really good whiskey, Gentleman Jack.
It is.
But look what I got. Pulled this out of Chris's private stash here. Single barrel Jack Daniels.
Wow.
Now, you probably shouldn't mix this, but I kind of wanna, just so that Chris cries when he wakes up.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a huge whiskey person. I like it in mixers, but I know that there are a lot of people who'd be upset about mixing whiskeys.
Let's do it.
We're gonna do it just for you guys. So
we'll make one with the Gentleman Jack and one with the single barrel. Tell you if there's any good difference.
So, most of you at home do not have your own shaker. It's nice to have one. It makes you look cool. They're easier to use. But we're going to do it with 2-pounder or beer glasses. When you're talking about liquor, these are typically referred to as pounders. Beer, it's just a beer glass. People usually drink beer in something like this or bigger. So, I'm going to add some ice. And actually, that's probably a little bit too much. As a bartender, it's really nice to have clean hands because you're going to end up touching what goes in, people's drinks quite a bit. We're going to start off with Jack Daniels Gentleman Jack Whiskey.
Oh, and actually, since you're mixing these, let's just put them both in there at the same time.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can do that. Actually,
That looks like enough.
That does look like enough. We'll do round 2 with Gentleman Jack.
All right.
Actually, you know what? Put a little bit in there.
Just a little bit?
Why not? Just a touch.
We don't shy away from being too strong on our liquor. There? Good?
Yeah. And you pretty much want equal parts. Equal parts of apple and Jack. This is going to be pretty strong on the whiskey. And then we're just going to top it off with the cranberry juice.
Now again, so you're just using the 2-pounders as a mixer because most people don't usually have it.
Correct. And so basically,
how much of a mess are you going to make here?
A small mess. With your own shaker, you're not going to make much mess. With this, you might make a little bit.
Now, why shake instead of, why shake and not stir?
Well, the ingredients need to be mixed. And you're not putting a straw in this. Actually, I still need that.
Oh, okay.
You're not putting a straw in this. And you don't want any ice in the shot because it's supposed to be a shot. Now, we made plenty, so there will probably be some that we can wake Chris and Jeremy up with.
Or Brian, since I'm already awake.
That's right. I've had a little bit, too. So we'll leave that for Chris, Brian, whoever wakes up first or whoever's mouth is open when they sleep. And here you have your chilled Washington Apple shot.
All right.
Now, like I said, this could be a 2-gulper, but I think that we can do it in one.
That is a really big shot, man.
It is. It's a big shot. Like I said, you're going to get a lot of bang for your buck when you go with chilled shots.
All right. I couldn't do it in one.
Little heavy on the whiskey, but it's okay. It's a great shot.
I don't hate whiskey. It tastes a lot like an apple, though.
Yeah, it's funny because the only non-liquor in this is cranberry juice, yet it still tastes like apple.
Yeah.
And I mean,
That apple pucker is strong stuff.
If you mix a little bit more in there, it'll be fine, but you don't want to go too heavy on the apple because it just dominates the flavor of anything you put
I
it
could
in.
definitely picture that overpowering the rest
Absolutely.
of it. Yeah. It already got to the point that you couldn't taste the whiskey all that much.
Exactly.
Although I clearly am experiencing it.
Well, I think that it would be a great time to see what Chris thinks of this. So what do you say that we just find a funnel in his garage?
Absolutely.
And
So we'll be back as soon as we can with more Bar is Tasty. If you guys like this, check us out over at JupiterBroadcasting.com. That's the website. There's also a forum, JupiterColony.com.
Jupiter Colony, yes. So my name is Jesse. I am part of the whole that is Bar is Tasty, which is part of the whole that is Beer is Tasty. I don't know why I kept saying whole, but I've had a few of these already. So.
He likes holes. Go figure.
Just no more of that bendy straw syndrome, I guess, right? Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. We're going to show you some more tips and tricks on your hard liquor coming up real soon.